sorry about that. Phone rang. It was the husband calling to let me know he had gotten off work and was home and was getting ready to feed our duck and go in and take care of the dogs, and just kind of recapping his night. He basically went in to go help the shift that he used to work on and ended up having to kind of train that shift to get them back to the way they should be. But he's home, so I don't have to worry about that. I always worry when he's working nights and getting off work and driving home. You just worry till they're home, you know. But back to what I was saying. So I'm convinced that with the testing, if you don't have a good specimen, if everything's dry, I don't feel like you're going to get a good enough sample. Here comes the hiccups again. I don't feel like you're going to get a good enough sample to be able to run an accurate test. So I'm still really conflicted on how we're seeing somebody test negative and then in a very, very short time test positive, because that it just leads you to believe that the virus is not detectable until you're, I don't know how to phrase it, because I sit and I ponder over it all the time. I just cannot wrap my head around the fact that I had somebody in my building who had tested negative at the hospital, and then within a very short period of time, and it's my second one in a week and a half that I got from this hospital that had a negative test at the hospital. The other lady last week, she came in on an evening shift, and the very next day was not responding very well and was showing some difficulties, and so that night I ended up sending her out and she was positive. So we've tested everybody, all of our residents and all of our staff and everybody, and we're doing the PCR test. So it's the swab in the back of the throat, and it gets sent off to the lab. All of ours are coming back negative, and we haven't had any staff members pop positive in a couple of weeks, maybe almost 3 weeks. We haven't had any positive staff members. So I don't feel like they're negative at the hospital and then coming to my facility and getting it, because I did think about that. But I don't know. Something's going on, and it's not making a lot of sense to me. So today, on a whole different way of thinking, tomorrow's Christmas Eve, and so today for our residents, we had an ungodly amount of donations sent to our facility for Christmas presents for our residents, and our activities director is in charge of facilitating this whole Christmas gift giving. And so she had been contacted by several churches and other organizations, and she provided them with a list of the list was like females and their age and their size and maybe a couple of things that they liked, and same for the males. And so the churches were able to make a female bag for an 89-year-old female, with things inside of it specifically for that resident. And every single one of our residents are going to have probably 12 to 14 gifts each to open. That's how generous all of these people were. And we had a group of carolers came last weekend, this weekend that just passed, came and went room to room and caroled to the residents. And so today I get to help pass out the presents. And the other day I was asking the activities director if while we pass out the presents, if we pass out the present while we're passing out the presents. My coffee's sitting right there. You would think I would drink it so I would make more sense. We could put all the presents for the individual in front of them and have them take a picture that we could mail to their loved ones, since we're not allowing visitors to come into the facility. So this Christmas is very, very different. Last Christmas we invited, you could invite up to 4 guests, and we had a huge dinner, and we had Santa, and we had somebody came in and played music, and it was just an amazing time. And so this year, knowing that we can't do that, it's kind of making it very difficult to come up with ways to show the families that their loved ones are still being cared for and loved on during the holiday. And it's just, every day is trying to come up with something new to make the residents' lives better because of the restrictions that are put on us. And so today we're going to deliver the presents room to room because our residents still cannot come out and do anything communal. So we're gonna go room to room, and then one of the other ladies that works there has a backdrop that looks like a Christmas tree, and so we're gonna hang the backdrop, which is gonna take a lot of figuring out, but we're gonna make it work. We're gonna take the backdrop and put it behind the resident and take a picture of them in front of the tree with all their presents, and then we're gonna mail that out to all their loved ones, so that they can still have a Christmas together, but not together. And then of course we're doing all the FaceTimes and the visits and the this and the that's, and so we're just trying to come up with different ways to make this holiday season special for our residents. And I just am so grateful for all the donations that came in, because especially in a time like this where people are really struggling and a lot of people are out of work and having to manage their money differently than last year, the number of donations is completely overwhelming. It's just overwhelming. And one individual went out and bought blankets for every single resident, and they weren't like the $4 or $5 little lap throws that you can get at Walmart. They were like actual full size, the minky, really soft blankets, and those can run anywhere from $15 to $40 each, depending. And she got one per resident so that their rooms could be livened up and kind of changed a little, and so that they would have an extra like lovey blanket during the winter. And I thought that was absolutely amazing that she did that. That's just one individual. And then we had another lady who went and bought one outfit per person, and so like a shirt and a pair of pants, or if the person was somebody who didn't wear pants, they got them one of those real big nightgown kind of things. We just had so many people donate, and one gentleman donated like an entire pantry full of snacks and hard candies and diabetic candies and all these wonderful things that typically are not on our snack menu. And so that was awesome. So each of the residents that are eligible to have snacks like that are gonna get a bag full of good, of course given to them, and assisted with, but an entire bag full of these goodies that, they probably would have experienced at home if that's where they were. And since this is their new home, we're trying to make it feel as comfortable and as pleasant as possible. So I'm excited about that. And I don't know, probably not gonna make it to the gym yet again, but it's okay. It's still okay. I had almost convinced myself that it would be better if I waited until after Christmas, because I know the gym's going to be closed Christmas Eve through the morning after Christmas, so that those individuals can spend time with their families. And so it's almost better, because I probably would make it if I went today, and then to have those 2 days off, it would probably offset me just because I am lazy. I probably would wait another week before I went anyway. So it's not like it's that big of a deal for me to wait a few more days and just start the day after Christmas. I think that would probably be a smarter bet for me. So, okay guys, sorry about the phone call in the middle. I'll have to figure out how to splice these together while I'm at work and get this uploaded today. And I hope you guys are doing well on your journey. I hope you're making good choices with your food. Leave me a comment below. Let me know how you're doing. If you're just enjoying sitting here watching me ramble, or if you've completed your journey and reached your goal and you want to be a motivation to somebody else, let me know. And you know, if you feel the inkling, give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button and hang around for a while, because I promise it's going to get better. This week has kind of been really stressful and really hard mentally to stay on track, but I feel like I've done good. I'm sticking with my breakfast shake. I'm doing sensible meals when I have the meals, and I just need to remember to get my protein snacks in. And I feel like that might help with my energy a little bit. So we'll see how today goes. Every day is a new day, and every day is a new chance for you to make good decisions for your overall health. So I will talk to you guys in the next video. Have a wonderful day. Peace and palm love.